What happens when a single toe injury could trigger one of the most surprising quarterback trades of the season? The NFL never sleeps, and neither do the rumors that can reshape entire franchises overnight. Right now, there's a storm brewing that could see Atlanta Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins packing his bags for the bright lights of New York. It all started with what seemed like a routine training camp practice for the Jets, but ended with Justin Fields being carted off the field and Kirk Cousins' phone potentially ringing. The domino effect that started everything during what should have been a standard Jets training camp session, the football gods dealt a cruel hand to Justin Fields. The quarterback went down with what initially appeared to be turf toe, though reports later suggested it might be a dislocated toe. Either way, when you see a player being carted off during training camp, alarm bells start ringing throughout the organization. Here's the thing about toe injuries in football: they're deceptively problematic. Unlike a bruised shoulder or a minor strain, turf toe has a nasty habit of lingering. It affects every single movement a quarterback makes, from his footwork in the pocket to his ability to plant and throw with authority. For a Jets team that's been searching for stability at the quarterback position for what feels like decades, this injury couldn't have come at a worse time. The timing is particularly brutal because training camp injuries feel different. Getting hurt during the regular season is part of the game, but getting sidelined before the season even begins? That's the kind of setback that can derail an entire campaign before it gets off the ground. Why Kirk Cousins makes perfect sense. Enter Kirk Cousins, a quarterback who finds himself in one of the most peculiar situations in recent NFL memory. Here's a veteran signal caller with years of starting experience sitting behind rookie Michael Penix Jr. on the Atlanta depth chart. For the Jets, Cousins represents something they haven't had in years: proven reliability. Think about it from New York's perspective. They've got Aaron Rodgers coming off his Achilles injury, a situation that already had fans holding their breath. Now, with Fields potentially sidelined, they're looking at Tyrod Taylor as their backup option. While Taylor is a capable veteran who's proven he can step in when needed, having Cousins available would give them insurance they simply can't ignore. For Atlanta, this situation presents an interesting dilemma. They're paying Cousins starter money to hold a clipboard, which isn't exactly ideal for Arthur Blank's wallet. If the Jets come calling with even modest compensation, it might be worth considering just to clear some salary cap space. The financial reality behind the rumors lets talk dollars and cents, because that's often what drives these decisions. The Falcons are carrying significant money on their books for Cousins, money that could be better utilized elsewhere if they're committed to Penix as their future. Meanwhile, the Jets have shown they're willing to spend for veteran talent, especially when it comes to the quarterback position. A potential trade wouldn't be about Atlanta hitting the jackpot in terms of draft compensation. We're talking about a pragmatic move where the Falcons might send Cousins and some of his contract to New York along with a late-round pick in exchange for slightly better draft positioning. It's the kind of deal that makes sense for both sides without either team breaking the bank. The beauty of this scenario is that it solves problems for both organizations. Atlanta gets financial flexibility and clears the path for Penix, while the Jets get a proven quarterback who can step in immediately if needed. Training camp tales and what they really mean while all this speculation swirls, it's worth noting what's actually happening on the practice fields. Training camp reports are flooding in, and as always, they need to be taken with the appropriate amount of skepticism. Coaches are constantly shuffling players around, testing different combinations, and giving guys breathers. The reality is that Michael Penix has been showing well in Atlanta's camp, getting reps with both the first and second team defenses. That's exactly what you want to see from a rookie who's expected to be the future of the franchise. Meanwhile, Cousins continues to get his work in, maintaining his readiness, whether that's as a Falcon or potentially as a Jet. From New York's camp, we're hearing that the injury to Fields has coaches and management evaluating all their options. They're not panicking, but they're also not ignoring the reality that quarterback depth is crucial in today's NFL. The broader implications this potential trade represents something bigger than just moving pieces around the chessboard. It's about teams recognizing their windows and making moves accordingly. The Jets believe they're in win-now mode with Aaron Rodgers, and adding a veteran like Cousins would reinforce that commitment. For Atlanta, it would signal complete confidence in their rookie quarterback and their long-term vision. It's the kind of bold move that either looks brilliant in hindsight or haunts a franchise if things go wrong. The ripple effects would extend beyond just these two teams. Other franchises watching from the sidelines would take note, potentially accelerating their own quarterback decisions. The Browns, for instance, might find themselves fielding calls about Joe Flacco if teams get desperate for veteran depth. What happens next, the timeline for any potential move, depends largely on the severity of Fields' injury. If it's truly just a minor issue that keeps him out for a week or two, the Jets might simply roll with what they have. But if this injury threatens to sideline him for an extended period, phones will start ringing. From a pure football perspective, the Jets adding Cousins would give them one of the most experienced quarterback rooms in the league. That kind of depth could be the difference between a successful season and another year of disappointment for their long-suffering fan base. For Atlanta, making this move would be a statement about their confidence in Penix and their commitment to the future. It would also free up resources that could be used to address other areas of need as they continue building around their young core. The human element, let's not forget the human side of all this. Kirk Cousins signed with Atlanta expecting to be the starter, only to see the team draft his replacement in the first round. Now, he finds himself potentially being shopped around the league. For a veteran quarterback who's given his all to every organization he's played for, this has to be a difficult situation to navigate. Similarly, Justin Fields was competing for a significant role with the Jets, and now an injury threatens to derail those plans. These are real people with real careers at stake, not just chess pieces to be moved around at will. The bottom line, whether this trade materializes or not, it represents the kind of strategic thinking that separates successful franchises from mediocre ones. Both teams would be making moves based on their current realities and future aspirations. The NFL is a business, and sometimes business decisions lead to surprising outcomes. A toe injury in July could very well result in a quarterback trade that nobody saw coming, reshaping the landscape for multiple franchises. As we wait to see how this unfolds, one thing is certain. The next few weeks will be crucial for both Kirk Cousins and the teams that might want his services. Sometimes the most significant moves in football happen not during the season, but in the quiet moments of training camp when nobody's really paying attention. The chess pieces are in motion, and it's going to be fascinating to see where they land. What started as a routine practice could end up being the catalyst for one of the summer's biggest trades. In the NFL, that's just another day at the office. What do you think about this potential trade? Would Kirk Cousins be the missing piece for the Jets, or should Atlanta hold onto their veteran insurance policy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started. And if you found this analysis helpful, smash that like button to let me know you want more breaking NFL news and insider perspectives.